I'm Linda Kohl. I'm the Penfield Town Council person, and I want to call this meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Would the town clerk please call the roll?
Kohl.
Here.
Lee.
Here.
Ockenden.
Here.
Okay. So is there anyone who will appoint a temporary chairperson for this meeting?
I will like to move to appoint Councilperson Kohl as temporary chairperson.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, roll call vote.
Kohl.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
3 ayes.
Okay, and shall the town clerk please read the resolution number?
Resolution number 23T-124, appointment of supervisor to serve remaining unexpired term.
Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second that.
Very good. So I shall read this resolution. It's under Law and Finance with my name attached, so therefore I'm reading this. Whereas Marie Senti was elected supervisor of the Town of Penfield with a term from January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2023. And whereas Councilwoman Debbie Drawe was appointed deputy supervisor by Supervisor Senti and has continued to serve in that position since 2023. And whereas the Supervisor Senti took a leave of absence from her position as supervisor on December 7th, 2022 to care for her ill family member, and whereas Supervisor Senti thereafter resigned from her position on February 6, 2023, whereas commencing with former Supervisor Senti's leave of absence, Councilwoman Drawe has continued to carry on the day-to-day duties of a supervisor position by virtue of her position as deputy supervisor pursuant to Town Law 42. And whereas the town board is thankful to Councilwoman Drawe for rising to the occasion and carrying on the duties of a supervisor for the town of Penfield. And whereas the town board acknowledges that the town of Penfield has one of the top credit ratings within the state of New York, and whereas the town will soon seek financing for planned capital projects, and whereas the town board believes it's prudent to have someone serving as the actual supervisor instead of the deputy supervisor as the town begins to take steps towards obtaining financing, among other reasons. And whereas the town board believes it is in the best interest of the town employees, residents, and taxpayers that Councilwoman Drawe be permanently appointed as supervisor to serve out the remainder of Supervisor Senti's unexpired term, and that will provide experience and continuity as the town undertakes important projects in the coming months. Whereas Councilwoman Drawe has submitted her written resignation in which she thereby resigned from her position as Councilwoman and Deputy Supervisor effective May 10th, 2023 at 5:55 p.m., whereas now former Councilwoman Drawe is eligible for appointment as supervisor to serve out the remainder of Supervisor Senti's unexpired term pursuant to Town Law 64-5. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town board hereby appoints Debbie Drawe to the position of supervisor for the town of Penfield to serve until December 31st, 2023. Are there any comments?
Thank you for reading that, Chairperson Kohl. So I think, there were a lot of thoughts and considerations leading up to tonight. And with this being such a weighty decision, it wasn't one that the remaining persons on the board wanted to rush into. And I'm thinking, looking back at February, we were still processing a lot of the news, and we were thick in a lot of resolutions and projects that had immediate urgency. And of course, Deputy Supervisor Drawe had really stepped into that role, and we were just trying to adjust and keep the day-to-day operations flowing seamlessly. There were a lot of rumors circulating and press inquiries, but again, we wanted to take a very thoughtful approach for something that would impact all residents and town staff and provide stability for the town of Penfield. I took additional time to review the processes with our town attorney. Thank you, Mr. Weishar, for your guidance thus far. It's my understanding that the authority to fill vacancies for elected positions resides with the town board pursuant to town law. And that authority vests in us to vet qualified persons, a person that to fill the vacancy of an elected position must possess the same qualifications for the office as the original electee or appointee, in this case, an electee. For the basic qualifications of residency, citizenship, and age, we have no doubt as to her qualifications. The role of deputy supervisor takes on the day-to-day in case of supervisor being incapacitated. Over the past few months, the town board, as well as the residents, have been able to see the dedication by Debbie Drawe, her competencies, her qualifications, and just her commitment to service to the town. We've been really thankful for her stepping into that role. And again, understanding the processes for the authority to fill vacancies, as well as the guidance promulgated by New York State Senate for the processes to fill vacancies in elective offices, we feel that this is the appropriate step, understanding the deputy supervisor to now permanently fill the office of supervisor for the remainder of the term. I don't know, Bob, if you have any other thoughts or...
Nope. I think you've covered the process that we've gone through, like you said, over the last several months, giving this this situation as much attention as we could, and we've come to this conclusion. I support this.
Very good. So would the town clerk please read the roll?
Kohl.
Aye.
Lee.
Aye.
Ockenden.
Aye.
3 ayes.
Okay, congratulations, Supervisor Drawe. And would you like to come up to the podium? And now we'll have the oath, Debbie will speak, or have the oath of office by our Honorable James Moley, our town justice. I'm going to sneak over to take a picture.
So bring my pop up here. You want to just hold this?
Sure.
How about that?
Sure, okay. Raise your right hand. Okay. Stand on your right.
Is that okay?
All right, it's my privilege to swear in the next supervisor of the town of Penfield. Raise your right hand. I, Debbie Drawe,
I, Debbie Drawe,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of Penfield Town Supervisor
the duties of the office of Penfield Town Supervisor
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Bob. Thanks so much. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Happy to do this for you.
Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much.
Good
Thank
luck.
you. Thank you. Thank you all. So I will promise I will be very brief. And first, I want to thank you kindly to the Honorable James Moley. I'm humbled by your actions and your comments today to me. And we go way back to serving this honorable town on the board together since 2006. I couldn't be prouder now that you represent our town as one of our town judges the last, I think, 12 years. To my fellow board members, Candace, Lee, thank you again for those kind words. Linda Kohl for stepping in as the chairperson this evening. Bob Ockenden, I really appreciate you as well. To our town clerk, Amy Steckloff, our town attorney, Pete Weischer, thank you all. And I thank you all for your confidence, and that I'm eager to continue to work on behalf of this town, as you know how much I love this town. As many of you know, service to others runs in my family. My mother was an elected official where I was born in Brighton. My father continues to volunteer for others at age 97 years young. I found the Bible that my mother had given me before she passed in 2010. And I didn't remember that she had left this quote from Edward Burke, and he was a statesman and an economist and a member of Parliament. And she always said this, and I remember this, and she wrote this in the bottom of it, your representative owes you not his industry only, but his judgment. and he betrays instead of serving you if he sacrifices it to your opinion. And so in reading this, I always think of this and know my mother was always right. And I promise to do my very best to continue to represent all the people of Penfield, to use good judgment. Never forget that it was the people of Penfield that elected me to serve them. And again, just thank you again, and I'm happy to be able to serve. So I thank you again for your time this evening, to the board, again, the clerk, the Judge Molly, again, the staff here tonight, as well as PCTV for broadcasting this. So thank you again, and I look forward to working
Very
with all
good.
you. Thank you.
Okay, well, with that, I move to adjourn the meeting at 6:11 PM. Thank you for watching.